Any minute. Any minute in the next few weeks.
In a few weeks, so why can't she come on the show?
I know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you want to deliver a baby?
Yes. That would be the best
telly of all time.
That would be
the ratings, Rochelle, if that happens.
Frankie, pregnancy's not an illness. Morning to all women out there. It's easy, isn't it, Rochelle? Just get on with it. Just get through it.
Don't you start, you. Yeah, she's been very good, but, you know, it comes to a time where you have to stop.
Yeah.
She needs to stop now.
She needs to stop working now. OK. All right, X Factor started. Strictly, let's talk about that first. Are you two allowed to watch Strictly?
I guess so.
Yeah, we're allowed to watch Strictly.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's all at the same time, though, so as soon as X Factor starts, we have to switch over.
Doesn't Strictly start first?
Yeah.
And then you
But
go,
I think there's a
you have
little
to switch
cross.
over.
Yeah,
Otherwise, Simon Cowell comes around and strokes your head. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He doesn't even know my name, let alone where I live.
Doesn't he?
No. At our press launch, he was on stage giving a speech. He turned up like by surprise, and he said, "Oh, thank you to all the judges. You know, they've done a great job. Thank you to Dermot, Caroline, and the new arrival." Didn't know who I was.
OK, right, Strictly. Did you watch Strictly?
I didn't last night. I managed to... No.
Did anyone watch Strictly last night?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I just love all the costumes.
Yeah.
I tweeted about how much I just love, because I love a bit of glitter and the glitz and the glam.
do.
I just absolutely love it.
I missed it, actually. I was watching other things on the TV, but I understand Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
She was amazing.
Is
she?
she?
Yeah, she was really good.
She looks good.
I think I might be supporting her now. I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you glory hunting?
Yeah.
You really are.
Because who are you going for? You're going for.
I've got to go
Harry
for
Biker.
Team Myers. I've got to go for Dave Myers.
Okay, he does. How was his dancing last night? Dave Myers. Harry Biker, how was he last night?
Oh, he was really funny, really, really good.
Funny doesn't mean good, does it? Let's have a look anyway. Dave is great.
Fantastic.
He's good.
That's dancing, that, isn't it?
That's walking next to someone who is dancing.
That's good. James, have you been asked to do Strictly yet?
Yeah, every year when I was doing Casualty. I'm not on TV much now, so rarely asked.
Are you going to do it ever? Are you any good at dancing?
I'm not good at dancing, no.
Are you?
Are you?
No.
You had to think about that then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you wanted to say, of course I am?
Well, I've got 4 disciplines of dance in my locker, but that's all, not some of those ones. Girls, have you been asked to do Strictly at all?
I did it for charity, didn't I?
Yeah,
And I did like a children needs special. It's probably, you know, good that I just did it for the charity reason. But yeah, I wasn't the best.
Only you did dancing last time you came on the show, Irish dancing. You must
Irish
be.
dancing, yeah,
You must be a shoe-in to do Strictly. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not sure. I think the other girls would be a bit better at that. Do you know what's the problem, though? People would assume that we'd be really good. That's the thing. And it's totally different from what we do. So everyone would be like, you're rubbish, and you do this every day.
Well, the truth is we blag what we do.
Yeah.
We really do.
Michelle, that's a really dangerous thing to do around this table, because every single one of us would say, yeah, we do that.
So you found me on the street.
You can't do it, but you'd love to do Strictly, wouldn't you? Come on, a bit of dancing.
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, but you can't
Definitely,
obviously do it because
Well,
Simon
it
Cowell's
would
going
clash.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be quite hard to do at the same time.
Now, I'm sure you're all aware today is National Grandparents' Day.
That's so funny.
Is everyone aware of that?
I just think that's a weird day.
Why?
I've never heard of that before.
No.
It's a day for everything, isn't it? I know, that really is.
It was apparently invented by a card company. Well, I don't know. I don't know that, but I'm just assuming it. The celebration was introduced in, it's really old, 1990. Wow. And it's been celebrated on the first Sunday in October since 2008. Being a grandparent is no longer about knitting and slippers and board suites, apparently. Apparently, grandparents are... What's that word? I can't say it.
Dead, maybe.
Yeah. Well, mine are also dead,
Brunch-preneurial, is that that word we use?
Yeah, they're going back to business, pursuing dream jobs and fulfilling ambitions they may not have done earlier in life. I think this is a really made-up item by But anyway, we like to celebrate our grandparents. We've got some pictures of grandparents. Georgie, we've got your picture. You've got
I picked this one because, right, well, she's a little bit blind, so we dye her hair orange.
Does she know?
What do you mean?
It used to be like vibrant red, but now she's a bit blind, we can really go to town with it.
She doesn't know.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
That is
I'm not sure that's the idea, Grandma.
it's like a nice orangutan colour now, so we like...
Yeah.
Have you got a PIN number and like card?
That was saying to you before, Georgie, all of the things that would befall your character, the nasty side of your character, maybe it's a little closer to home than you'd like to think.
Hey, Matt, we've got a picture of you with your granddad here.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's have a look at him. There he is.
There he is.
What's he called, Matt?
Steve.
Which one's he?
Steve?
He's the little one. My granddad is Benjamin Button.
Can't be called Steve.
He's called. Well, his real name's Albert, but his last name's Stephen, so everyone calls him Steve. That's been his nickname.
OK. And who are the other people in the picture?
The one next to me is my little brother, and the other one's my cousin.
Right, OK.
Whose birthday?
His, because it says 79.
Oh my God, that's really bad.
My brother ages at triple the speed of normal people.
I read that as 13 in my head.
Did you really?
That's how...
He's a big 13-year-old.
I said that's awful.
We've got proper grandad names as well. This is a great one. This is classic grandad. This is Doris and Bert, 91 and 96 from Essex. They've been married 67 years, and their granddaughter Julia sent this in.
Lovely.
67 years! That's not going to
It's never going to work, that is it? It'll never last him.
It's us in the future.
And this is Kenny from Liverpool doing his bit for population expansion.
Blimey.
Wow.
5 kids, 10 grandchildren.
Wow.
And Kenny's in the pink shirt, it says on my notes. That's great. Thanks for that.
Kenny, who's your favourite?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
What
your
I know.
favourite is?
Good old favourite. And then finally we've got this remarkable Joan from Chorley. Great story of this. She became one of the oldest organ donors in the world 15 years ago when she donated her kidney, and she was 70 at the time.
Wow. What's her name?
She's called Joan.
Joan.
Yeah, proper name. So do keep sending in your grandparent pictures, plus question, of course, for any of today's guests at Sunday Brunch C4 or Sunday Brunch at channel4.com. Why, indeed, did Georgie dye her grandmother's hair bright?
What are we cooking, Simon?
OK, so we're starting off first in the kitchen. Molly and Rochelle are making a pear, watercress and beautiful British cob nut salad. First of all, that's pretty, isn't it?
With your help.
Yeah. You are the best cook from the band. So it says in my notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who gave you those?
Yeah, we'll find out. James, who of course loves all food, is going to be making hake stew. I can't think of anything in that dish that you will eat, James.
No, probably. Yeah. Is there lactose in it?
No, there was originally cream in it, but we changed it because I know that you don't have anything lactose.
Yeah.
But apart from the hake and the prawns and the mussels and the spices, then you're really everything you in there you like.
I can have that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine,
parsley
yeah.
maybe.
Parsley's fine. Yeah.
Fine.
I'll just try it. I'll give it. I'll make it, and I'll tell you if it's nice.
Great, lovely. And then Tim, you and I are making a classic Gherkin curry. We ate that the other week when we kind of went for lunch, a big curry with the forces. So here's my version of it. Lovely, delicious, spicy, tasty. And then finishing off the show, Caroline and Matt are making a Yorkshire curd tart today.
Oh,
That's nice, isn't it? Making our own proper curd. And guest chef today, my friend Maria Elliott, will be making a delicious Greek dish of pumpkin phyllo pies with pomegranate mint yoghurt.
OK, as well as all that, today's show will be sampling some autumnal cocktails courtesy of award-winning barman Gareth Evans. There he is, shaking away. That's it. There's nothing in there, is there? Just ice.
Ice and some frozen peas. After the break, we're in the kitchen with Saturday's Molly and Rochelle. See you soon.
Looking at you for a long, long time, just trying to break through, trying to make you mine. Everybody wants to flame, they don't want to get burned. Well, today is our turn. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You like the spark in my bonfire heart. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You like the spark in my bonfire.
Oh, no, she's up. She just messaged me.
Is she up?
Yeah.
Is she up? Frankie's not here. We're just discussing that. She's not tweeted this morning, so we're a bit worried that she's having a little sleep.
Is she up? I said, no, she's up. She just messaged me just then.
OK, maybe you could send us a tweet, Frank. We miss her, don't we?
Come on, Frankie.
Well, she's always been on the show, hasn't she?
I know.
She has.
Yes.
Shame. How long, you say, 3 weeks before she gives birth?
About 3 weeks.
Well, it could
might be
any time, really.
sooner, yeah.
That scary
Who
stage.
knows?
Having
Already.
bag packed.
Rushing off to the hospital soon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So Molly, as the third member of the Saturdays to have a baby, how has her pregnancy been different to Una and Rochelle's? And has she been happier, quieter?
Do you know what? It's weird
Been
because
pregnant forever.
I know. Well, each girl, it's funny because they kind of take a little bit of time of maternity and then they come back, and we're quite used to it now. We always joke it's a bit of a tag team. It's like, right, Rochelle was off and she's back. Right, tag in, Frankie's out. Now everyone's like, Molly, Vanessa, who's next? We're like, no, not for a while.
You left that one open there,
that seems like...
There's a little thought there, isn't there?
There is.
Not for a while, but it could be on the cards.
Just seen your boyfriend leave the studio floor rather quickly, Molly.
OK, what are we kicking off?
We're going to make...
I know you are.
The Daily Mail. Molly!
Exactly.
Wanting a baby.
We're going to make a really nice salad. It's a pear, Stichelton cheese and cob nut salad. So some great British ingredients. Pears. This is the Stichelton cheese. So it's similar in style to a Stilton, but it's not a Stilton.
Right.
Yeah. And you have a taste of it and you can see how beautiful it is. Then we've got some olive oil, got some vinegar, some pickled ginger, which works beautifully with the pear and with the cheese. Cucumber, watercress. These are our beautiful English cob nuts. OK, so that's what they look like when they come. Interesting thing about cob nuts, if you've never had them before, is most
Can
nuts
we eat
get
them like this?
Yeah, you can eat them like that. Yeah, we're going to roast them, but you can eat them like that. They tend not to be dried.
Do you want to try one?
Go on then.
It's a fine.
Oh,
Wow, why not?
I don't know if I'd like it.
doesn't taste like
But that's
never
never
know.
tasting. You taste it and you go, do I like it or not?
I know, but I can sort of tell.
It tastes like you're eating a tree.
It doesn't
Yeah,
taste like
I'm
a
not
nut,
gonna
that's
show
for sure.
Well, that's interesting, because quite a lot of nuts are dried, so they go harder and crunchier, whereas cob nuts are eaten pretty much fresh. So we're used to
I'll
that
have to
flavour of
try
nuts
one
being
now, don't
dried, whereas they taste greener almost. Do you know what I mean?
they
It's
do.
like-
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think they're really nice.
Yeah.
They've got the texture of ginger.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
they do. They
Like I know what I'm talking about. I'm the worst chef.
Where do you get these from? And if you can't get them, what can you use instead?
You could use hazelnuts, would be a really kind of good alternative to them, but those are beautiful.
Where do you get them from?
At the moment, you get everything. It's cob nut season. Kent grows lots of them. It's the best harvest for years. 200,000 tonnes this year of British cob nuts. Of course, because we promote British produce all the time, it's a great thing to do. Molly King, chuck those on that tray.
Right, yep.
And
They
then...
taste quite watery.
Yeah.
You like it now? You're glad you tried
I'm
it?
glad I tried it.
I
after
really
all
like
that.
those.
Bit of salt, a little drizzle of oil. And just give that tray a bit of a shake.
OK.
And all we're going to do is just coat them. So you can eat that, but we're now doing everything that, you know, to a certain extent, you need not to do. I'm going to roast them just so I want them warm, and I want the oil out of the nut to come out into the flavour. That's beautiful.
How's your cooking?
Oh, well, do you remember last time I came on
Yeah,
here
you
I
said
told
you
you
were
my
rubbish.
oven was broken?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Still not
You
fixed.
still not fixed your oven?
It's still exactly the same. Microwave is working like a dream, though. That baby is getting a lot of use.
Nice. What do you cook in a microwave?
What do you not cook in a microwave?
Well, I don't cook anything in a microwave. I don't have one. What do you cook in a microwave?
I actually heated up the other day a chocolate fondant.
That's not food, is it? That's food.
He's not happy with you.
Do you know what? You know, in the middle of the chocolate fondant, it's got like the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Now it wasn't runny enough.
Yeah.
Have I overcooked it or have I not cooked it enough? Over.
Yeah. Because basically that's all it is. It's really it's undercooked cake in effect. So the outside cooks, and then you have a small amount of flour in a chocolate fondant. So that's mean it doesn't kind of set as much. Then it oozes out.
Right.
Right. So that's why. So yeah. So you overcooked in inverted commas your chocolate
You
fondant.
turned the microwave on for too long.
Rochelle, we've cooked some pears off in some
Yes.
butter. Puree that for me, give that a good old whiz. Right, Mark, we're going to test your knife skills. So, what I need you to do is...
I don't know how to start it. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I broke it.
You're meant to be the pro!
I know, but I'm never used to
I might just come and have a little sit
Okay,
down,
it's fine.
to be honest.
It's fine.
There we go. You got it? OK,
Yeah.
fine. So, Mark, right, so we'll cut this down the middle,
OK.
Definitely going to break
and then
it.
what I want you to do is scrape the seeds out,
Right.
and then cut them into half moons about that thick.
Right.
when it
Okay.
hits
Spread the seeds out.
Yeah,
Cut it.
that's fish up. So,
If you just got a microwave, what do you eat? sandwiches.
I call the takeaway a lot, and I had the worst the other day. I called up, and before I said anything, she was like, "Number 29, yeah, okay, yeah, the usual, egg fried rice, chicken black bean sauce, prawn crackers, it'll be there in 20 minutes." And I was like, that is sad, isn't it, when they know your order? I was like, okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Are we done now? Is that...
It's very, very sad. OK, so,
is that
Rochelle, so that is beautifully pureed. So what we've got, now we've got our lovely pear puree. So what we're going to do, we're going to use half of it for a bit of sweetness on the bottom of our salad. The other half we're going to make a dressing. So we pour half of it into here, and then we add a little dribble of vinegar into there. So we're going to make a pear vinaigrette.
What are we making
I'm just
again?
laughing at Molly.
Simon, what are we making again?
So we're making stitched cheese, cob nut and pear salad.
Right.
Now, whisk, 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 and I'll drizzle in some olive oil. OK, so now we turn this into a rather lovely
Rochelle, is your daughter eating solids yet?
She is, yeah.
Oh, what's she eating?
She's sort of eating, like... At the start of the week, I make, like, carrot or sweet potato and, like, mush them down. And then she eats a bit of that.
You do anything spicy with her?
Not yet, no, because she's only...
Should you do that?
Should you?
Introduce it
Yeah,
early?
because don't they reckon you should, you know...
I've not
give
given
them
her a vindaloo just yet.
the broadest variety of flavours.
Really?
Olives are supposed to be a good
Really?
one. Puree a bit of olives so they get used to that kind of
Yeah, but she's still
saltiness and that
so
big
young,
flavour.
I worry.
I sort of think, you think over the world...
The best thing is, and you should not give your children crisps, they're bad for you, but one day when they go swimming, everyone has crisps after swimming.
They do, don't they?
They do, yeah, that's just a given.
Always.
That's just a given. One day, buy them just because it's funny, salt and vinegar crisps, because they love the crisp but the vinegar, so their faces go...
Oh, no!
That is just funny. Also have some other flavours ready, but that is good.
Right,
That sounds like I'm being cruel to children.
Yeah, I know. You really are.
I'm not. I'm just teaching them crisps about.
I sort of just let you go with that one. I was like, he can do the talking. I'm not getting
Right,
blasted
I'm going to
for
taste
this.
some of this beautiful blue cheese. Tim, you and I have tasted this before. This is the Stichelton cheese,
Yes.
which is, as I say, it's a similar to a Stilton in terms of
Do you like
flavour.
Stilton?
Oh, I love any
love
cheese.
this.
Right, here we go. Have a little taste of this.
Thank
This
you.
one's great.
Michelle. So it's lovely. It's got great texture.
really nice.
Okay, it's not made with chemical rennet.
So
it's made
nice.
properly old school style. So we crumble a bit of that into there. We have our pears in there. We've got some pickled ginger, which will just bring this to life. Then we add.
I think this is done.
Yes, those are beautifully. So
Are they?
you wasted using your
I
microwave.
am wasted. This is my calling.
And then we season a little bit of salt, a
Can I
little bit
ask
of pepper.
something? Why do you get rid of the seeds?
What? You
Why?
put them in the bin? Oh, why?
No, why?
I think you said how. Fairly straightforward. Well, basically, because they're quite watery, then they'll reduce the intensity of the vinaigrette. I just don't
That's
really
my
like
favourite bit.
Also, the seeds can make you a little bit windy.
Oh, you know what's good for
Really?
wind, don't you, Simon?
I love those.
Kite.
Kite. So we have a little bit of that. Right. So Molly, then I want you to gently do that. Okay.
Yeah, I can do
You've
that.
got to bend the knees when you do it. We taught Ollie Mers that the other week.
Oh, wow.
As you go down, you've got to bend the
It's
knee.
like skiing.
Oh, yeah.
Like your skiing days. You've got to keep.
Shoop.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
I think that's better than Ollie. I've got to say.
You are way better than Ollie Mers at that.
Yes.
Way better.
Yeah. OK, so here's what we do. So we have a little bit of our pear puree. So this is going to be
looks so
a little bit
yum.
of a sweet layer on the bottom. That's beautiful, Mum. That's great. And then what we do, thank you,
Pleasure.
So nice.
we have a little bit of our undressed watercress as well. And all you want, this is quite an intense salad. Oh, Tim, just grab those cob nuts out the oven for me, please.
Ooh.
And then we have...
I was about to go with my hands, which would have been very silly.
And then a little bit of that. And then just on the top, beautiful, thank you, these lovely warm cob nuts that now have this delicious
Yummy.
oil coming out of them. So,
Yes.
ladies, have a little taste of that. So dig in, go for that. So you know what all the flavours are. You've tasted the cob nuts, you've tasted the cheese.
Yeah.
Then the pear vinaigrette now has that nice little bit of vinegar in there. And the pickled ginger just brings it to life. It's
no
a
attractive way
great,
of eating
great
this, is there?
bit of salad.
Right, hold on.
I'm trying to eat it in a nice way. I'm going to turn around to put it in my mouth. I'm not
While
gonna
they
lie.
taste, thank you to you two. We'll chat to you a little bit more later. Don't forget, all of today's Sunday Brunch recipes, head to the scrapbook, channel4.com/Sunday Brunch. Is that yummy or
Is it
what?
good? I want to try and cop them out. They're great.
So
coffee.
good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Well, after the break, we'll be finding out about the mysterious world of fungi, fungus. We'll find out how to pronounce it as well. And we're getting all the X Factor gossip from Caroline Flack and Matt Richardson. See you very soon.
Really
So
good.
yummy.
Yeah, I want to give you some good loving. Turn your lights down low. Never try to resist. Oh no. Oh, let your love come shining in. Loving you is like a song I replay every 3 minutes and 30 seconds of every day. And every chorus was written for us to recite. Every beautiful melody of devotion every night. This potion might just...
Yes, welcome back to Sunday Brunch Live. That was Caroline Flack's playlist choice. She's dancing away there on the sofa with the Saturdays and everybody else. They're all the guests sitting there. We can't see them. There could be a camera maybe turned round and then you could see them sitting there all enjoying themselves. But we're going to be talking fungus, fungi, fungi now with fungal ecologist and professor of mycology Lynn Boddy. Is it fungus, fungi, fungi? What am I saying?
Whichever you like.
No, but what's the real one?
Well, it depends. It depends on you. It's like
If I want to sound posh and sophisticated, which one do I go for?
Well, how about fungi?
Oh, I like
Fungi.
that.
Let's talk about
What do you
fungi.
say, Lynn?
I don't know. I think I change actually. We'll have to see as we go along.
OK, so you're mycology, a professor of mycology. What does that mean?
Well, mycology is just the study of fungi. The myco bit comes from the.
She said fungi.
Oh, that's it then.
Yeah, that's it,
The
yeah.
myco bit comes from the Greek mykes, meaning fungus.
Are fungi? Oh, God. Are these things? Are fungus? Is it a plant or an animal?
Neither. Fungi are not plants. They're not animals. They're not bacteria.
They're not bacteria?
No, they're a kingdom of their own. And there's 5 million species of fungi.
Is that more than plants?
Rather more. To put it in perspective, I guess, there's about 400,000 species of plants worldwide, so there's 10 or 12 times more species of fungi.
Wow, that's good. Are we supposed to like them or not?
We are certainly supposed to like them.
Why? Because all we know they do is rot our food.
Well, they do rot our food, and I brought a little example along, something you might have seen in your own kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely mould.
Definitely mould.
Yep.
Sometimes they rot our homes, sometimes they rot our plants, our crops.
You know when you have things like this, and people will say, well, I just kind of cut the mould off and carry on.
I wouldn't.
Why?
I'm glad you said that. I've always argued this case.
Because you can just see this bit of the fungus, but most of it is hidden inside. So just because you took
behind
that...
the sofa?
Yeah, well, possibly, yes. So right in there is the mycelium. That's the main body of the fungus.
All right.
So this is just the fruiting structures of the fungus.
OK, well, it looks like we're going to cut straight to this, but just tell us why they're important for us, fungus.
Why are they important?
For the world.
For the whole world. Well, one main reason is planet Earth. It just wouldn't work. The ecosystems of planet Earth would not work without fungi for 2 reasons. One, we'd be up to our armpits in dead stuff. Fungi are the garbage recycling agents of the natural world. They break down all the dead organic matter and they release the nutrients that are locked up in there so that plants can use those nutrients again to carry on growing. So that's one of the reasons. And the second reason is also to do with plants. If we look at the roots of plants, you know, at school we're told, oh, the roots soak up water and nutrients. But in fact, in 90% of plants, it's actually fungi that do that. So fungi are attached to the roots, they grow within the roots, they grow outside, and they soak up water and nutrients, which they give to the plant, and the plant gives sugars back in return. So plants would not be able to grow on this planet without fungi. So we're totally indebted to them.
I assume they keep evolving, like
everything else. Yes.
Will they evolve to be able to do their magic on plastics eventually? Do you think?
Well, it's quite possible. Some fungi can already colonise some plastics.
Right.
So that's a hope for the future, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking because that's our problem, isn't it? We're making man-made things and we can't get rid of them. Maybe if they...
So at the moment, fungi can decompose anything that nature can throw at it. Man's artefacts are a
we are
different thing.
nature, I suppose, in many ways. So we've got this here. So this is an explanation of what is happening under the ground, which is where you say most of it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So interestingly, they're very territorial and they fight each other.
They do.
Is that right?
They certainly do.
Can you explain what's happening here, then?
What we're looking at here, this is a tray of soil, and as you say, normally they're hidden beneath the surface, but I just colonised these blocks of wood and put them on the top, and the fungi have grown out over the top. So this, what you can see here, that is the main body of the fungus, the mycelium. And in this particular example, there are 2 different species. There's one growing this way, there's one growing that way. And you can see that they're growing around, and they're starting to fight where they've met.
Right.
This one actually is doing pretty well because it's just managing to grow through here. It's battling with this,
will they try
this
and,
fungus.
Will they try and kill each other, or will they just...
Yes, they will try and kill each other,
Will they?
and they will succeed. I think if we left this a few weeks longer, this fungus here would have got to this wood block, and then there'd be a battle royal in that wood block.
Just never imagine that.
And that one wins.
When you have athlete's foot, that's fungus, right?
It is.
Does that mean that thing's going on underneath your skin, those...
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, really? Really?
It's only in dead bits of skin, though, so you don't really have to worry too
right.
much.
It's only under the dead bits of skin.
In the dead bits. So it's breaking down the dead bits of skin. Because they're the recyclers. They break down all the dead
So
stuff.
athlete's foot's good.
If you're a mycologist, yes.
Which bits are what ones are poisonous and which ones aren't? What are we doing? How do we know what we can eat and what we can't
Well, why don't
eat?
you take a guess at some of these models? Which ones?
Well,
do you
that
think?
one's obviously
Yeah.
because it's
Go
red.
away.
It
Yeah.
says, "Oh, don't eat me because it's red." Is that
Well,
right?
Yeah, warning colours don't really quite work with fungi, but you're right, that one is
Oh,
poisonous.
why are they red then? Why warning colours?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Those are seps, they're edible.
Yes, absolutely.
That's edible because it looks like the ones in the Chinese restaurants that you use. Is
Yeah.
that right?
It's an ink cap, yes, although you've got to be a bit cautious with ink caps because if you've had alcohol, some of them you have very, very nasty reactions, so you do have to be a bit wary.
Right, we've got ink caps there. There they are growing and going through it. And then we've got these other 2 here.
Take a guess between these. Which one?